स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे.
Let's enter into today's sutra. Then we'll understand how to internalize, how to experience what Mahadeva is talking about. Devi, imagine Sanskrit letters in these honey-filled awareness. First as letters, the more subtly as sounds, then as most subtle feeling, then leaving them aside, be free. Devi, imagine Sanskrit letters in these honey-filled foci of awareness. First as letters, the more subtly as sounds, then as most subtle feeling, then leaving them aside, be free. Because Shiva is talking to Devi, is saying Sanskrit letters. You can use even English letters, nothing wrong. Any language in which you think, but decide the language in which you think. Here Mahadeva is giving a beautiful technique. Before entering into this technique and understanding, let us understand few things about the inner chattering, verbalization, words. You go through so many different layers of conditioning in the so-called civilization. When you are brought up, you go through so many layers of conditioning. The first conditioning is language. That is why people die for their language. They think language is part of them. They don't understand. It is just a way or method to communicate. I have seen, especially in India, 18 accepted language. If you see the Indian rupee, you will see in 18 language it is printed. And around 300 language with script. More than 2000 dialect without script. I have seen fools dying for language. And these politicians also encouraging it, just for the sake of politics. A language is just created to communicate. Of course, there are one or two language created for little higher purpose, better purpose. Not just to communicate a logical statement or a concept or a theory or a philosophy. They have created some languages to communicate particular kind of sounds. For example, Sanskrit is not just linguistic, it has got phonetic importance also. It is not created just to convey few sounds, it was developed to create certain kind of vibrations also. But even that is language to help you to communicate, to help you to relate with. That's all. Even Sanskrit is created to communicate a particular science. Language is just utility. But when you start associating yourself with that particular language, you start creating a serious mistake or a serious danger to yourself and to others. I've seen people dying for words, just mere words. Still I have seen, still now, some parts of southern India, they wipe with a tar, with some dark paste, the other language words. I was surprised. How could these fools do this? Language is just to communicate. And no need to have hatred or the vengeance towards some other language. But it is very easy to condition you based on language, because that is the first thing, first conditioning starts happening in you. When you address your mother, just with a sound, it was a pure feeling. There was no word. But slowly, you learn from your mother the sounds and the common agreed meanings to that sounds. Understand? Language is nothing but an agreement made among a group of people. All of us have decided clock means this object, book means this object, that particular sound will mean this particular object. We all made a big agreement. Honestly, not even we all made. Hundreds of years ago somebody made, and we are just swallowing it. Because it is very difficult to come upon with the new agreements every few years. Maybe few words we add. Now those words like a guru and all those words are already, they all have become part of English. Guru, avatar, yoga, all these words have become part of English. You assume you take more and more words. It's nothing but a common agreement. We agreed that this word will mean this object, this idea. By and by, because the thinking speed is you, the thinking speed is so strong in you, you forget the language is just added to you. It is not part of you. You start thinking it is part of you, because you never experienced a space without thinking. Because constantly you are thinking, you started thinking, thinking is part of you. That is the first layer of conditioning. First layer of conditioning is thinking or language. Once the language comes inside, now you are ready to be corrupted. Now you are ready to be conditioned. Now the whole drama starts. You will start behaving, you will start living like a normal man. God plus inner chattering is man. Man minus inner chattering is God. The moment inner chattering is added to you, you have become normal man. Conditioning has started. One by one. Original sin, the first sin, is getting conditioned to a language. Here Mahadeva is giving us a beautiful technique to reclaim the original space, the space of relating with innocence. You see, when you are see a child, how it relates. When it sees a flower, the whole body responds. The whole body expresses. Whole body just jumps in joy. A child will never laugh or smile only with mouth. The whole body will laugh. The whole body will be in joy, in ecstasy. When you are conditioned for language, you are localized. Your energy is localized. You are no more living, expressing. The whole thing is reduced just to few things. Mahadeva is teaching us to come back to that innocence, that joy, that experience. is beautiful to use words to communicate certain things. Even now I am using words to communicate. It is beautiful. But it is beautiful if you know how to relax from words also at certain points, at some time. But if you can't switch off that constant radio which is going on in your ears, it is not entertainment anymore. See, entertainment is entertainment if you can stop when you don't want. If you can start when you want. You can neither stop nor start, it just goes on. Then what it means? Mother-in-law. Not entertainment. Very difficult. You don't know when it will start. You don't know when it will stop. You are just caught. And it is going on and on and on. Entertainment means which is under your control. But if you are not able to stop, then it's a prison. In traditional language, we say, as long as you have the freedom, you have the conscious decision, you have a choice, even the hell can become heaven. If it is not your choice, if it is forced on you, even heaven will be hell. That is why we say God gives you the freedom to be in bondage. He does not force enlightenment. Somebody asked me yesterday, Swmaiji, if God is love and compassion, why He did not make all of us intelligent? See, He gives you the freedom to choose. He gives you the freedom to be in heaven or hell. That is the greatness. Because He is embodiment of love and compassion, He gives you that big freedom, the great freedom. If He was not embodiment of love and compassion, He won't give you the freedom. He gives you the option, freedom to choose. You can choose liberation or bondage. He doesn't force things on you. He expects you to have the freedom, to have bliss, choice, decision making, the power to will, sankalpa.
India has given birth to great Paramahamsas, mystics, saints and divine avatars who have consistently delivered this world from darkness to light. One such enlightened master, exuding divine grace, overwhelming compassion and unfathomable spiritual knowledge, all at a very young age, is Paramahamsa Nithyananda.
Koti Surya Swarupinam Ananda Ganda Ishwaram Bhakta Hridaya Nivasinam Nithyanandam Namostude. Koti Surya Swarupinam Ananda Ganda Ishwaram Bhakta Hridaya Nivasinam Nithyanandam Namostude.
Nithyananda was born as Rajashekharan, the second son of his parents Arunachalam and Lokanayaki in the temple town of Tiruvannamalai, South India. 10 days after he was born, the family astrologer predicted that Rajashekaran would grow up to become a Raja Sannyasi and guide the world, something his parents were not happy to hear. At the age of 10, Rajashekaran was initiated by Raghupati Yogi. In his moment of initiation, Rajashekaran was blessed with a vision of Parashakti. He went home and carved the vision he had in soapstone. One day, Rajashekaran was found etching a complex shape on a copper foil. It was the sacred Shri Chakra. The Shri Chakra is believed to be a diagrammatic representation of the cosmos. Shri Ramana Maharishi, Shri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and Sharada Devi were sources of inspiration for young Rajashekaran. At the age of 12, on the sacred day of Buddha Purnima, Rajashekaran had an intense encounter with the divine, an out-of-body experience that was to change the course of his life. By his 17th year, Rajashekaran's spiritual quest became too fierce to be ignored. He left home on a journey of arduous self-discovery with no assurance whatsoever, but only a glimpse of the divine he received at the age of 12. He wandered far and wide, studying and practicing meditation, from Tapovan in the Himalayas to Kanyakumari in the south, from Dwarka in the west to Ganga Sagar in the east. He wandered for 7 years in India and in Nepal. With just 2 pieces of clothing and a kamandalu, a holy water jug, and with no idea of where his next meal would be. One day in Gaurikund, he beheld a breathtaking vision. A young man with a glowing countenance and flowing locks was walking towards him with long strides and divine grace. Wonderstruck and gazing at him, Rajashekaran realized that this was none other than Mahavdar Babaji, the enlightened master dwelling in the Himalayas for thousands of years in perpetual youth. It was this great saint who looked at him and uttered the name Paramahamsa Nithyananda, an enlightened being in a physical body, young at heart but wise in mind. Rajashekaran undertook years of rigorous penance, intense meditation practices, and in-depth study of yoga, tantra, Vedanta, and Shaiva philosophies before he attained the ultimate state of consciousness, the state of Nithyananda, or eternal bliss. Word of the charismatic saint rode the winds in every direction. People visited Nithyananda from far and near. Effortlessly, he won their hearts. The time had come, and Nithyananda was ready to execute the real purpose of his divine birth. The purpose as a guru, as a master to the entire humanity. Life Bliss Foundation is his worldwide movement to spread his message of meditation and inner bliss. With its spiritual nerve center in Bangalore, India, and its Western Hemisphere headquarters in Los Angeles, USA, it operates through 1,000 centers and over 78 upcoming ashrams in 30 countries, causing transformation of humanity through transformation of the individual. How does one describe this great master? The charm of a child, the healing hands of a doctor, the compassion of a mother, the wisdom of a guru. To those who struggle under the many burdens of life, His presence itself is the answer they seek. In His arms, thousands find refuge, the ailing, the needy, and the seekers of God. The Master is an invitation to a journey inwards. In His own words, "Just allow me to light your being, then you will know that you are pure consciousness and your being pure bliss."
Nityam Sharanam Gacchami, Dhyanam Sharanam Gacchami, Anandam Sharanam Gacchami, Nityanandam Sharanam Gacchami.
Nityam charanam gacchami, dhyanam charanam gacchami, anandam charanam gacchami, nityanandam charanam gacchami. Nityam charanam gacchami, dhyanam charanam gacchami, anandam charanam gacchami, nityanandam charanam gacchami.
Nityam Sharanam Gacchami, Dhyanam Sharanam Gacchami, Anandam Sharanam Gacchami, Nityanandam Sharanam Gacchami.